Warning, the views and beliefs in the following program does not reflect the views of Boom Broadcasting. Listen, I have read this now for a month straight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know by now, this is the Nightcap. You should know. Viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the MOWM studio, Boom Broadcasting presents the Nightcap. And your host of the Nightcap, mouthing off with Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nightcap, hosted by yours truly, mouthing off with Mike. We are live on Boom Broadcasting, and I am back with some guests to introduce. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him, you love him. He's the host and creator of Derrick's Wrestling Toys and Tees on YouTube. I've got the Devastator, Derrick, here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, I got to deal with the president, but the four sides of the ring boys, they got to deal with the founder, because I've got Markus, the founder of Four Sides of the Ring, in the building tonight. Fellas, how the hell you doing? How we doing, Derrick? How we doing, Markus? What's up?
Yo, man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Celebrated my birthday yesterday, so everything was good, man. Everything was good.
Happy belated birthday from yours truly here and the rest of the Boom Broadcasting team, Four Sides. How you feeling over there, founder?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Happy to be back. Happy birthday, Derrick. Belated birthday from all of us at Four Sides of the Ring.
Appreciate you, brother.
I love it, fellas. Fellas, listen, before we get into the action, the founder has got to do a little talking here, ladies and gentlemen, about 3-count trivia. Mr. Markus, take it away. Tell the people what's going on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3-count trivia. We got registration open right now. This is a wrestling trivia tournament. There will be tag team titles involved, as you can see right there at the bottom of the screen. That was our inaugural championship that was given to Championship Culture. But hey, man, look, we say we're looking for wrestling podcasters, but if you are a wrestling fan and you want to come show up, us podcasters that do this, come find a partner, find anybody who loves wrestling, tag up with them. Registration's still open. You could either DM me at the founder MH, or you could DM us at Four Sides OTR on X. Send us an email at Four Sides OTR and just let us know that you guys want to join, man. We're trying to fill it up. I think we're at 9 teams right now. We're trying to get to 16. So if you want in and you want to hold some gold and have some bragging rights, join 3-count trivia. It is a fun time. It will stress you out as well.
Listen, it will in fact stress you out. And at the end of the day, it is one of the best things for wrestling content creators, for podcasters. I know Derrick, he's going to find himself a partner. He's going to get entered in, submit his name into the hat. I know the Boom Broadcast boys, Sean Lucas and Shannon Smith, are coming out. You already know, Markus. You already know the main event mics are coming to finish their story. So all of you teams, make sure you hit the books and study, and make sure you go sign up for Four Sides of the Ring for 3-count trivia. Fellas, without further ado, let's talk a little all elite video packages, because tonight we got a lot of video packages across the board. So I'll start with the Devastator himself. What'd you like about these video packages? What didn't you like about these video packages here, Derrick, that you saw?
I like the way the how all builds up to All In. That's the main preference of the video packages. But I think what really my only gripe about the package, the only thing I kind of gripe about it is that I would say the thing with Darby and Jack. I know it's kind of like we already know how everything got to be with them, but I think it was, to me, it's like it's kind of getting kind of stale. It's just my opinion on that.
Okay, I respect it. Markus, all elite video packages tonight. What's up with that?
I don't know, man. I to be honest, the MJF Will Ospreay one has been really good. I feel like we've been getting that one for the last week and a half right now.
Yeah.
We're 2 weeks out, so it's interesting to see Tony Khan or AEW throw us these video packages 2 weeks before time, but build the story. I like the fact that they're doing that. They're not throwing at you either at the 0 hour or last minute, like some other promotions may. But I gotta agree with Derek. This Darby Jack, man, this feels a little rushed. It feels like we don't need it, but I get it. I truly do get it. We're coming up for a year anniversary for Jack Perry, so this is very, very interesting. I'm wondering if we're gonna get some real glass at this match. I'm wondering what's gonna happen. Darby Allin is his opponent. He is the daredevil of all daredevils. So we'll see. But I gotta agree with Derek. This video package with them is just I feel like it's not needed.
Oh, okay. All right. My guests tonight here, they're in agreement on Darby and Jack Perry. I will say Darby cut some hot fire here tonight in this promo. Little callback to Jack Perry doing what he did last year at Wembley. Darby saying, honestly, I wouldn't miss you. The fans won't miss you, and the rest of the locker room wouldn't miss you. So I like that bit of detail, but I agree here. Now this has turned into a coffin match. And we'll talk a little bit about the change here. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen, booking like a mark. Happy belated birthday, Derek. See it.
Thanks.
Well,
Appreciate it.
Podcasters and content creator. Happy belated birthday from Sean Lucas over here at Boom Broadcasting.
Thanks.
Got the Savage one, Brandy Savage of Four Sides of the Ring. What it do, fellas? Brandy, I'm living all right, man. I can't complain. I got my guys here tonight on the show. We got he's drinking his nightcap while watching the nightcap. Cheers, fellas.
Nice.
Fellas, I don't know if you know this or not, but Brandy has been in my ear for a couple weeks now, and he's been requesting that I change the wardrobe for the nightcap. Okay, so I'll let you guys take it to Twitter. You see my @ right here. Do you want to see me in the silk robe on the nightcap from here on out? Maybe just for like a month. We'll test it out. What do you guys think?
Gotta have the hat too.
Yeah, definitely the hat.
I gotta get the. Do I need the Candelera too? I'm gonna pull up looking like Ebenezer Scrooge over
there you
here.
Go. Yeah.
Looking like the ghost of wrestling present, the ghost of wrestling past, and the ghost of wrestling future over here. I guess that's what we're doing here. So I guess stay tuned to the nightcap for the shenanigans. Dami Fed said he came in here just to see if we talked about this. Yeah, you already know we're gonna talk about the video packages. Listen. Getting Green Day, getting a little good riddance for that Bryan Danielson package, fellas.
Yeah.
I shed a single tear tonight. That was a damn good video package.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 weeks before this pay-per-view, we decide it's video package fest. That's an interesting decision, fellas, and I don't know how I feel about it. We're going to get into this first little bit of action we saw tonight. The TBS Championship was defended by Mercedes Moné. CEO took on Hikaru Shida in a pretty solid match, fellas. Not really too much to write home about. Very predictable. We know that Mercedes is not dropping that title before All In. I want to talk about after the match. The DMD comes out. How are we feeling on this rivalry with 2 weeks to go to All In? Let's start with the founder.
Man. As much as I love Britt Baker and as much as I love Mercedes Moné, I feel like we needed a little bit more time for this to build up. You could kind of see it. The chemistry is not there between both of them. I mean, you saw it tonight. She was trying to go for her submission, and Mercedes kind of like didn't know what she was about to do. Mercedes thought she was going to duck the kendo stick, but Britt kicks her. It was kind of like it was just chaos. They fixed it at the end. Shouts out to whoever was the worker that just got their ass beat by Camille. Because just imagine being a fan and that happens. It's like, oh, my bad. Like,
Yikes.
How do you apologize for that? But yeah, I feel like, man, this is rushed. I feel like we probably could have gave Mercedes somebody else, maybe somebody who isn't coming off like a major injury or just isn't coming, just coming back. So I don't know. I feel like it's just a little rush. And I feel like Britt Baker's not going over.
Okay, Derek, what are your thoughts here with this rivalry with 2 weeks to go here before Wembley with the DMD and the CEO?
I think the main focus mainly on DMD other than Mercedes. I mean, for the chemistry, I gotta agree with Marcus. I mean, the chemistry is not there yet. It's building, but it's not at that point of being a major match to be set for All In. But I think for me, DMD Britt, she got more of the experience level of that, and of course Mercedes just got in a few months, so she's trying to get her footing together. So you got to put that in consideration too.
I agree, fellas. Listen, I was very hyped for this. I've said this on the past Nightcap. DMD has been carrying the promo work in this feud, and tonight you could definitely see like having them be separate for this long. Like, and I don't know, with what the regards are next week. With the last week, we're in Cardiff next week, we'll talk about that as well. But man, they did look awkward tonight, and I peeped that, Marcus, as well, especially when the DMD goes to lock on the submission and Camille tries to pull her out, but like she can't like get her. And I was like, what? Like Mercedes looked like she was, I think that whole spot with the whole turnaround thing, I think it happened like a bit too early. I think Mercedes turned around a little too early, saw her, and they kind of had to go with it at that point. But yeah, this is a feud that I had high hopes for. I'm sure they'll pick it up next week. I just, maybe this should have been a video package tonight. I'm just saying. We did a lot of video packages. Maybe we should have, cut the video package, kept them away from each other for this week, and then next week, have them come to blows. But man, yeah, it's you hate to say it, fellas. You really hate to say it. Sean Lucas, MJF, and Brian's video packages were great. To get that quick shot from Ryan was nice. Yeah, I did peep that. Hey, Brandy Savage showing love to the Claudio shirt. Yes, sir. Devastator always comes in strong with them wrestling tees, man. There's a reason he's got a show, called Derek's Wrestling Toys and Tees. There's your cheap plug for the night. Oh, look who it is, ladies and gentlemen. Look who it is. He's back from his darkness retreat. Yes. Hi, Prez. How you doing? I was relieved of my duties this week, fellas. He impeached me. They impeached me. You believe this? I was acting president. I was keeping it quiet, I was keeping things hush hush, I don't want the people to know. But I got impeached. So they compromised me to a permanent end in my presidential duties for Boom Broadcasting. So I'm now just another guy. Forget the hat, break out the pipe, and smoking jacket. Hey, look, listen, booking like a mark. Listen, I might have to do it. Marcus, it's not there. Run Mercedes and Willow, and let's keep that building. Oh, okay. Listen,
yeah,
I wouldn't have been mad at it. Mm-hmm. Fellas, I'm going to get into it later about Willow. But we got the Hangman Adam Page taking on Jay Lethal, and honest to God, fellas, Jay Lethal, incredible work tonight. Absolutely incredible. What is this guy made of? Like, what is he? He has been doing it for so long, and he is still able to go in the ring at such a pace that even guys that are like in their 20s and 30s just can't kick that gear up. Tell me a little bit about what you saw here tonight with Adam Page and Jay Lethal, Derek.
Wow. I mean, it was just a smash mouth slugfest of a match all the way from beginning to end. I mean, even before the match started, of course, Hangman, he's a house of fire. He's going to go and just beat up everybody, and then, it got all the way to the ring, and then everything got, it's a mixture of everything. Smash mouth, technicality of wrestling. It's all the elements that you need for a good wrestling match. So I think, to me, that was a good match all around.
All right. I like it. Founder. Talk to the people here. What's Jay Lethal eating for breakfast, dude? What's got this guy going for so long and just still pulling bangers out?
Him and man, dude, I don't know. I don't know. I think him and Jarrett are just sitting in the fountain of youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With daddy ass at the same time, because all three of those guys are just incredible, man. They still got it. They're still running. But dude, Jay Lethal's a Hall of Famer, said and out. You know what I mean? I don't care what nobody says. Like, that man can work. He can do anything and everything you need in that wrestling ring on the mic. He's and he's doing his job for AEW. I know a lot of people are upset. He's taking L's and he's doing these things, but look, when you have a great match like this, that man went over. That man looked really good, as he always does. He made Adam Page look like a star. Everything that Jay Lethal touches is just been really good for AEW, and I don't think he's looking for main titles or even mid card titles. I think he's just trying to elevate younger talent and just make a show good.
Keep that pipeline of wrestling
Yeah.
strong within AEW. Absolutely. Now I'll ask this question to both of you. What's in the cards for Hangman Adam Page in 2 weeks at Wembley? I haven't seen anything formal announced unless I missed it tonight. But what is Hangman doing at Wembley? Derek, prediction.
Knowing Hangman, he's waiting for whoever. He just wants Swerve. That's all. That's his tunnel vision is solely on Swerve. And y'all remember what happened when Swerve went to Hangman's house. So he took things very personally after that. So ever since then, it's more of a personal blood feud. I mean, he just got that tunnel vision that he just wants Swerve. I mean, he won't stop at nothing just to get his hands on Swerve.
Yeah, I think you're in the ballpark, Derek. Do you agree with that, Marcus, or do you think that he will get a formal match on the card?
No, I think I agree with Derek. I think Hangman Adam Page is causing Swerve Strickland his title, and we'll get something in Chicago. And I hate to say that because then you kind of might, it kind of taints Brian's win, but at least he'll become AEW champion, and then we'll see it again at Wrestle Dream career for title. So,
Right.
Okay. Interesting. I will say, though, Hangman did lose to Brian in the finals of the Owen Hart tournament. Hangman has beef with Swerve, so it's really like both of these guys he doesn't want to see hold the championship. So I think you guys are in the ballpark. I think he's going to have to call Swerve. He hates him more. I think it's a level of who he hates more, and I think he hates Swerve more. Right. So I like it. I wouldn't be mad at Jeff Jarrett and him locking it up. I know a lot of people are requesting it. I would not be mad at that as well. Let's see here. Wow. A wow. Big wow from Dami Feds. Shout out Dami Feds. Hangman is my pick to win the Casino Gauntlet match to get that title shot. Oh, there's a missing link to the puzzle right there. I forgot about that Casino
Gauntlet match.
Shout, but I think it's John Moxley.
Oh, Mox comes back?
Yes.
Interesting. I think you might be onto something there. I wouldn't be mad if they set us up with Mox and Brian down the stretch.
Chicago.
Oh, that would be a good one.
You know what? That's a great segue, Founder. So I appreciate that. Speaking of Chicago, the Bastard Pac has got next after Wembley. And fellas, I'm not going to lose my temper tonight, but I don't like this decision. It's criminal that Pac's not on Wembley. I think it's criminal.
I agree.
You know what?
What are we doing here?
His promo saved it, because I think when all this had happened and everybody was like, "What's going on? Like, wasn't he supposed to be at Wembley? He's supposed to be getting. He was the number one contender." But his promo saved it. Him saying Will Ospreay was a big baby and went straight to Tony Khan's office, complaining, saved the entire thing. Because now I'm okay with him getting Will or MJF after Wembley.
Yeah,
he'll still get his moment.
Yeah, he will. And for me and Pac also being from England, he feels like he's being disrespected because of that, and he has to rectify it by making that he's going to insert himself for that number one contendership after whoever wins it All In. So I mean, I'm all for. I understand how Pac is very upset and not really pleased about him not being on All In. So I can. That's very justified for that.
It was crazy to tease that and then go right into the MJF Ospreay story, which I think is it's definitely a little bit of a little bad work there. But Marcus, you sold me. You got your salesman cap. You sold me the pen today. Elevator pitch worked because you mentioned the promo, and it's very interesting that he's willing to hang back, because Pac's not a guy that usually would hang back in this case.
Right. So
I'm hoping that means that there's something brighter and bigger on his horizons then, if he's willing to have that patience. So, Marcus, you sold me. That's why he's the founder, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he's the founder of Four Sides of the Ring. Listen, he's a salesman. He's out here selling game. Speaking of selling, these two guys, I said it earlier in the intro, Darby Allin and Jack Perry brawl all over this freaking arena. And it's been announced that they will have a coffin match. So 2 years running. Two coffin matches on the Wembley card. What are we thinking about this? I'll start with you, Jarek. Consecutive coffin matches.
Oh man, I'll say I think this one, despite the promo stuff that they do, I think this cover match would be better than the previous one. Just my opinion for it. I think last year's coffin match, it was kind of everything just kind of put in all together last minute, and it's kind of like it was just there. I mean, it was all right, but I don't think it lived up to that build of it. So it's kind of like it's on the rush. But I think despite the stale promo and all that kind of stuff that I mentioned before, I think this cover match is gonna be a lot better than the last. That's just my thing on that.
I respect that. I can see your point. More of a storyline base here as opposed to kind of what we saw last year. Marcus, I'm gonna ask you a different question because I feel like you'll be able to give me some introspection here. When we look at these coffin matches, do you have this feeling that the coffin match is slowly going to become a staple at Wembley? Or do you feel it's just it works here because they want to add a stipulation to Jack Perry and Darby?
I mean, both technically, right? So if you have a coffin match every year at Wembley, and then you're given that stipulation every year at Wembley, then you could say it's for Wembley because they don't do coffin matches anywhere else. It's kind of like when they were doing the was it exploding barbed wire match, or it's just they did
Revolution,
Revolution, then they stopped.
Yes.
So maybe we'll get to that point where it's like, okay, it's a little clownish now, but I think the casket match is also just a beautiful build for a little send off for Darby. I think these two guys are going to cook in this match, and I think Darby is going to put Perry over in ways that we probably haven't seen yet, because Perry can cook guys, and he's the scapegoat. We understand what he did, for the better or for the worse of AEW. It happens. People hate each other. Get over it. But I think Darby Allin is going to show the entire world that Jack Perry is a good wrestler, can do this like he says he can. And, he'll put him over and he'll go climb Mount Everest like he's been wanting to for the last year and a half. So,
but just hope there won't be broken bones this go around.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the guy's an absolute maniac. I've said like human crash test dummy, like just an absolute nut job. Now here's where things get funny here, fellas. Glass or no glass in this match? Glass.
I mean, yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Darby Allin fell off a 20-foot ladder into glass.
I was gonna say he's gonna hang from the freaking the what do you call it, the awning or whatever that they build. He's gonna drop on.
I won't be surprised if there's a glass casket.
Hey.
Tell me you didn't just say that. Tell me you did not just say that.
No.
I'm just saying, man. How much glass are we gonna see from Jack Perry?
Oh no, man.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh, please do. You've completely. I'm shot right now. I'm like, I'm gonna. What did he just say?
If anybody in the Elite gets involved in this match, do you think we see the Icon?
Oh shit! Good question.
Wow.
It's been hard. Does that dilute his retirement though? Coming back after 9 months?
Not if it's a one-off. He's not technically coming back. He's just here to help his friend.
Okay, better question. But does he come back with as Sting with the face paint, or does he just come back barefaced? Kind of different vibe.
General manager Sting?
GM Sting. Oh.
Wow. Okay.
We got some comments coming in. What are we thinking here? We've got a yikes LOL. Oh. Yikes? Yikes? That's a Kanye West song. You got the wrong. This is the Nightcap. This is AEW Dynamite. This is the Nightcap on Boom Broadcasting. Right? You're talking no Kanye West discography.
No.
You know what, Marcus? One thing's for damn sure. If there's a glass coffin, I might have to buy you dinner. Like there might have to be a stipulation on this alone, because not one inkling of my mind said glass coffin. My mind said 5 sheets of glass, maybe a glass windshield, maybe like what Darby did with the Sting, through the ladder.
Yeah.
Glass coffin. That is a concept that
It's got Darby Allin written all over it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked about at all. Let's let that digest. Let that sink in. It's knocking at the door. Open up. Let it in. But let's move on to something that I found very good tonight. This was a bright spot for me from Dynamite tonight. We're both going to die, but I'm going to write your eulogy. Mariah May tonight proves that once and for all, it has been all about Mariah. We saw a lot of symbolism to, All About Eve and those retro movies. Fellas, is Mariah May walking out of Wembley with the women's championship? Derrick.
Ooh, this is a good one. Oh man. I think she has a good shot to win it.
Okay. Founder, is she walking out and new, or is Tony walking out and still?
Tony's walking out and still.
Ooh.
And then the goddess Jamie Hayter's coming out to get her title back.
We're cooking on the man, dude. It has been
no disrespect to Mariah. She's fantastic. She's great. Yeah. And for anybody that says Tony Khan doesn't know how to tell stories, this is a story right here. This has been happening.
Mm-hmm.
They've been in this for 9 months right now. They've been in it for a minute.
Yes, close to a year ago.
Yeah, so like I said, no disrespect to Mariah, but you got to get some more matches under your belt. You gotta know what it feels like to be the dog and to climb that ladder to say, I'm taking your title. Mm-hmm. She thinks she's taking the title because she's been next to Tony. She knows how Tony works.
Yeah.
But Tony's flipping the script on her. If you guys haven't seen, she's not timeless right now. She's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's coming to prove to Mariah, no. Let me show you who the boss is.
Yeah.
So I got Timeless Tony Storm, champion.
So is Sean Lucas here in the comments. Our Timeless Tony is staying the champ. I'm split on it, but I will say if this match does not get at least half an hour, I'll be a little sad about it because I think this match deserves some time.
Mm-hmm.
I think this could be your co-main event.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I've talked a lot on the last month before we've gotten here. You've heard me say it. Both of you have heard me say it in nauseum. If Swerve Bryan doesn't happen, if it's Swerve versus anybody else besides Bryan or Hangman here on this card, this is the main event of Wembley. There is, without a shadow of a doubt. You're good. Mm-hmm. Listen, Marcus, we kind of went back and forth with this while Derrick's fighting off the Wyatt Six. Fast count time, dude. Does Willow and Chris deserve to be on the main card of All in Wembley?
No. 0 hour. Have some fun with it. And no, because it's a tag team match. It's a tag.
I'm more mad that it's a tag team match to begin with. Why do we have to do the mixed tag?
Because everybody wants to see Sterling get his ass beat by Ishii.
Everybody wants to see Stokely get his ass kicked by.
Oh, Stokely. Yeah, sorry, Stokely.
Oh my God! Shout out Malcolm Bivens.
Could you just imagine when they're in the center of the ring and Stokely's just like trying to punch him? Ishii is just gonna be like, "Come on, man."
How about I'll pose this question now that you've fought off the Wyatt Six here? Does Willow and Chris deserve to be on the main card of All in Wembley, Derrick, or are you cool with the fun intergender tag match?
I really think they should be be in the main card because their story has been like all over. It is built up pretty good, so I would rather have that in the as a main card.
I agree. This feud has been going on for a while, and I know they've recently inserted the CMLL Championship. Marcus and I talked about this off the air. But for me personally, I think you had a chance to have 3 of your let me rephrase that. You had a chance to have 6 of your biggest women's stars all compete on this massive your WrestleMania, quote unquote. And I'm going to especially be mad if the FTW Championship and the Learning Tree make the main card over, Kristen Willow. Hi, guys. Listen, I make a lot of fun about, the Learning Tree, and I got the whole little, I do the, oh, bye, guys. I have fun with it. But tonight, I checked out. I checked out here with this Learning Tree segment, man. We got Big Cass saying, and Brian Keats saying they're going to shove it up his ass.
Yeah.
This was like, I understand he's parodying the worst bits of sports entertainment that we've seen in history, like throwing those, WWE shots and everything. The whole it's the Learning Tree, the name and everything with the song is a shot to how WWE does that. Like, but come on, man, this has been going on far too long, fellas. It's time to wrap this shit up and send it on its way. Am I wrong? Do you guys agree that it's time to wrap it up?
I mean, I've been saying the FTW Championship should have never been a thing. Why is it a thing? Like, and they're trying to make it a thing, and it's just bad.
Man, I agree. I mean, I think we all Jericho'd out. We've been past the point of being Jericho'd out. I think tonight is just kind of like add like Mike said, just wrap it up, put it in the bowl, and ship it out.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Listen, I'm gonna have to go to Jericho Anonymous pretty soon, and have to hit around real quick. Hi, my name's Mouthing Off with Mike. I'm 20 something, and I'm addicted to hating Chris Jericho. Not really. No, I'm kidding. They're gonna clip this. Someone's gonna clip this and be like, he hates Chris Jericho.
Oh,
no. Jericho could do better with this if he had a real baby face to feud with. Hook just is not it for the story.
Yeah, but this is the most interesting Hook's ever been while being in AEW.
Yeah, he's talking more. He has more airtime doing his promos. So you hardly ever hear Hook say more than maybe 2 words. But tonight it's just kind of like showing that, he is starting to come more vocal and more on his own. And then it just shows. And it shows the work that he's putting into it that since he got into AEW. So he's steady trending on the upswing.
I thought the Seth Rollins, an eye for an eye.
Yeah. I do appreciate Hook hitting us with never ever be the same again.
Yeah.
I like that.
Rub that jab in. Yeah.
I like Hook throwing a little call back there. I do agree with you, Derek. We're starting to see a little bit more of Hook and the personality, but like he's always supposed to be just like the stone cold handsome devil, right? The doesn't really say much. And to be honest, for me, Marcus, I wouldn't say that the Learning Tree stuff has been the most interesting part for me. What was really starting to click, unfortunately, he had to go film season 2 of Twisted Metal, which I'm all for. He nailed that role of in Twisted Metal, but Samoa Joe and the pairing of Hook, because we know Samoa Joe can cut a damn good promo. Yes. And in my personal opinion, that's the only thing Hook is missing is a mouthpiece. If you had he's the best of the best, but just throwing a name out there. If you had a Paul Heyman for Hook, think about the levels that he would be able to he would not be fighting for the FTW Championship at Wembley next weekend. He'd be fighting for the Continental Championship, the TNT Championship. Certainly, Samoa Joe was helping me bridge that gap. And Hook needs to be repackaged. Wow. Sean Lucas, fellas. Last thing about Hook and the Learning Tree here. Does Hook need to be repackaged? Derek, yes or no?
That's a tough one. I would probably say, I say stay just do a little tweaks here and there, and it'll be fine.
Okay. Marcus, agree, disagree?
Yeah, I agree with Derek. Just a few tweaks. Let him be the tough kid that he thinks he is. I like this. He's still young, so I don't think how do you repackage him? What else could he do? You know,
Mm.
I think him
Beat
just being
Taz,
the
beat Taz
beat
Jr.
Taz. Yeah, and I don't think nobody wants that. So
Oh no, 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 of course not.
You think Taz would come at Hook if Hook started rocking more orange? You think Taz would be like, all right, listen, kid, stop wearing my orange. He takes that orange shit real serious. I love Taz though.
Mhm.
We had another bright spot of Dynamite. This triple threat here tonight, but Cassidy wins. I think you could have had O'Reilly or Roddy Strong win this here.
Yeah.
I love me some OC, but I think you could have went in a different direction here. Fellas, do you agree or disagree? What do you think? What do you think about this triple threat to begin with? We'll start with the founder.
I mean, great triple threat match, but yeah, I agree, man. I get it. Orange Cassidy is your wrestler's favorite wrestler, but like, give this man needs a vacation. He needs a vacation just as much as John Moxley needed a vacation. You know what I mean? Roddy's been doing great things too. Roddy had his little run. He did his little fun stuff, but Kyle O'Reilly is the guy that they should be focusing on right here. Like, this guy should be getting a push. Man's incredible in the ring. He's a star. I really thought they were going to do it for him. But you got to give the people what they want, and people want to see Orange Cassidy. So I get it.
I respect that. Derek, what are your thoughts here?
I'll definitely go, and I'll go on co-sign with Marcus. They need to do some work with Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, of course, we know Orange Cassidy is Orange Cassidy. Of course, we know how he is, and of course, Roddy Strong. He's talented wrestler. So I think for the most part, Kyle O'Reilly definitely should get more utilization for being on the being in the show. So, and definitely need a title run. If not now, let him build up to something.
Yeah, I agree, man. Kyle O'Reilly, another guy who comes back from a life-threatening, career-threatening injury. He's having great matches on TV. He's going out there. He's leaving it all in the ring as any wrestler would.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some tension in the air though. I don't know if you guys peeped it. I don't know. Maybe he just was, kind of like shocked about the loss, the way Cassidy rolled him up real quick. But I don't know. I thought O'Reilly was about to turn on Cassidy for a second there. So I wouldn't be mad if we gave O'Reilly that edge back, made him a heel, sent him out there. I'm not going to say put him in the Undisputed Kingdom, because the Undisputed Kingdom, I think, effectively needs to peace out for a little bit.
Yeah.
As soon as Adam Cole went down again and, he came back for that stretch and then they sent him on his way to rehab, I was like, Undisputed Kingdom, it's time to talk about repackaging that. Let's be real here. If there's going to be anything repackaged, I think the Undisputed Kingdom.
And let's not forget, Wardlow was in the Undisputed Kingdom, and what happened with him?
They replaced him with the Beast Mortis, and they pretended like nobody knew.
Yeah. What's to me, the absence of Wardlow tells me one of a few things. He's hurt, which I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
He's at home hanging out. And 3, he's waiting on that contract to expire.
Yeah.
Those are the only 3 things.
In all seriousness, do you miss him?
Wow. That's a good
Yeah,
question.
I mean, I honestly, not to sound like that guy, but I really haven't.
Right.
I do miss, seeing him get an opportunity to wrestle. But yeah, I honestly haven't thoroughly thought much about it. As soon as they put the Beast Mordos in there, I was kind of like, ooh, Mordos, and I think Mordos honestly it's been a very, very bright spot of collisions, and so has Hologram. Those 2 guys are nailing it. But yeah, dude, I think Wardlow, I don't want to sound like that guy, but Wardlow sounds like the Performance Center is on speed dial at 12:01 whenever his contract expires, because I don't do the dirt sheets. I don't read any of that stuff. So whatever I see, it's kind of like, you guys tell me with your shows, or I see it here and there, because I don't go looking for it. I just stay in fantasy, man. I just watch the shows. I just talk about them. This irritates me, fellas. Okada and Claudio Castagnoli, Dynamite next week, Cardiff, Wales, going to be incredible. That crowd is probably going to remind us of those 2019, 2020 crowds, because I know they're hungry for wrestling out over across the pond. I do not like. I think this match deserves a spot on Wembley. I think this is a match that deserves a spot on Wembley. The Rainmaker Okada, Mr. Mr. Bitch, every week. You're a bitch. You're a bitch this. You're a bitch that. I just owe $6 now to the swear jar, but it had to be said. What happened here? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. You
I don't
you
know.
want Willow and Chris on the card. I wanted this on the card. But
We're built different. We're built different.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the face-to-face was cool. I mean, Claudio, man. I mean, he put one on Okada. Yeah, Sean. Exactly. He killed this
promo.
He killed it.
He killed it.
He killed it. He killed it. Of course.
Yeah. Telling the world that he doesn't want this clown Okada. This guy who's playing with his friends. He wants the Okada that everyone knows and loves. He wants the Rainmaker. And you know what? I think this is a no contest at Cardiff, and we probably will get it on the card because this is a pay-per-view matchup right here.
There it is. Derek, talk to the people. You got the Claudio Castagnoli shirt on. You got the throwback Ring of Honor figure. Shout out to the Jazzwares Vault. They're not paying it for us, but if you're gonna pay anybody, go pay Derek and send him some stuff, man. But what are your thoughts here on Claudio Castagnoli? Do you agree that he nailed this promo tonight?
He nailed it. And can we give it up for him doing the Jay-Z 99 Problems reference? That was spot on. I was like, you cannot tell me that Claudio has culture. So I'm digging it. I mean, I really think this match was very much also will be a good match for All In. But I really hope that they can extend it to it. So I mean, that's our only hope right now. So I mean, all I can say about that promo, he nailed it like flying colors.
Yeah, this was I mean, Claudio really, like, imagine this, the guy who they said he couldn't really cut a promo, who didn't really have a character, he couldn't do that in the other company. He comes into this company and he nails these promos. I've seen, the last like 3-4 promos I've seen from Claudio, he's absolutely nailed it. He's really come into his own here. This might be Claudio's best promo since his King of Wrestling days with Chris Hero. Ooh, there's your deep cut of the night right there, Sean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People are going to be Googling.
Yeah.
Him and Sheamus used to cook when they were.
Oh, man. Yes.
He look on their promos.
Absolutely.
The bar, man.
I'd like to see Claudio capture gold because if you're not going to do shit with this Continental Championship, which you're not, at least put it on a guy like Claudio, and at least it's not being, held hostage by the Elite and Okada. But then again, comes the ultimate thing. Are you going to have Claudio beat a guy like Okada for that title on a Dynamite? Or if this ends up getting, no contested or DQ'd or whatever the case may be, like Marcus said, do you push that? Do you have Claudio win big in Wembley? I guess that's a better question. Does he beat Okada so Okada can maybe kind of go back to his old ways and that's the switch that finally flips for him?
Yes.
I agree.
Have him lose at All In at their biggest pay-per-view, like you said, they're at WrestleMania. Have him have an embarrassing moment. I think Okada's never had that embarrassing moment. Let him have that embarrassing moment. Let him feel some type of shame. What did I come here to do? I didn't come here to play with my friends. I came here to change wrestling. I came here to wrestle with the best. That's not at this mid-card championship level right now. I need to either chase the international championship, or the American championship, or that AEW World Championship. So I think Claudio going over Okada is perfect, and Claudio can make that mid-card championship look amazing, look great, kind of like Christian Cage did with the TNT title. So why not?
It's funny you bring up Christian Cage. I don't have it here on the notes, but Christian threw some shots at Renee tonight, talking about you're a terrible interviewer and you're probably even a worse mother. Ouch. That's a big shot. So you said his name earlier, Marcus. I wrote it down here on my handy dandy imaginary nightcap notebook. John Moxley in that Casino Gauntlet match. I think John Moxley maybe comes for Christian Cage too. especially saying that to his missus.
Mhm.
Another match here on the night that was started off pretty solid, real strong start to this match, fellas. And it got real freaking predictable at the end because the FTR have inserted themselves in the tag team title picture with the Young Bucks and the Acclaimed. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, fellas. The Young Bucks and the Acclaimed having a tag team match at Wembley does not move the needle for me. The needle slightly moved tonight with FTR being involved, but it's still not moving because it's essentially the same thing we saw last year. Thoughts here on this whole cluster, you know what, that we saw. Let's go to Derrick.
I gotta agree with you, Mike. I mean, we saw the match last year with FTR and the Young Bucks. I mean, they don't have anything to prove anymore. It's kind of like we already seen the same song and dance from last year. So can we just kind of like do something or have I don't know, a triple threat or something at All In?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's more than likely
going to
be a triple threat.
Yeah,
it's definitely going to be a triple threat. I know Marcus is shaking his head over there. I know he's got some hot thoughts here on this one. Go shoot, Marcus. Start shooting here. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Actually, don't hold on. Wait.
In my personal opinion, the AEW tag team titles have not been interesting. It's actually been lackluster, this tag team division. It actually hasn't been good since Acclaim had dropped the titles. The Acclaim was very entertaining. They're great wrestlers. They made the tag team division fun, right? Tonight we had that misconception with FTR. Like Derrick said, triple threat. They announced Collision, FTR versus the Acclaim, number one contenders. I think somehow that falls through. Give me triple threat ladder match for the tag team titles at All In.
Yeah, I think that's if we're gonna do it, man, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. I don't know why that wasn't made official tonight. Let's not go through this hubbub on Collision like, well, it's gonna end in a no contest or it's gonna be a time limit draw. Well, like I get you got to sell Collision, and Collision's been solid from what I've seen, but man, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. It's late enough. What the fuck happened to the AEW tag team division? What the actual what happened to that? That tag team division was one of the best in pro wrestling for years. And now it is a shell of its former self. And that's not even throwing shade at the Bucks, because like genuinely, I enjoy the EVP Bucks. At least they recreated themselves. At least they did something different than tassels and super kicks. Now it's suit vest and super kicks, which, hey, all right, whatever. They're the middle-aged Bucks now. So like I understand. You gotta, they grew up, right? They're no longer the young Bucks, right? But what in the world? Like you said it, Marcus, like that Acclaim run, boom, they dropped the titles and things just kind of started unraveling in that division.
Injuries, man, and it sucks. It sucks so much because you had guys like Top Flight who were just they were up and coming, and then they both get hurt. One's out or the other one's out. And I hate to say it as much as I love him too. Ray Phoenix, he's also another injury prone guy. Him and his brother were on top. He got hurt. Penta didn't want to do no single stuff, so he was just sitting out. Then they try to come back. Stuff seems rushed. Then it was just the Acclaim for a long time, and then the Young Bucks was like, okay, well, let's try to do this. Then you had the House of Black, but then they were doing trio stuff, so now you got them out of the mix. Christian Cage and his sidekick Luchasaurus. Maybe they were supposed to do something. Now you add you add Nick Wayne to the mix. That's another. I feel like we moved from tag team to triple threat, or to the triple tag team, to the trios titles, and it's just like. Trios titles should be made for the factions. You know what I mean? And I think Tony Khan is just building too many factions. We gotta have teams, your single wrestlers, and then have some factions on the side. But the tag team division has fell off, and the rumors are there. Penta and Ray might be leaving. Top Flight is over there at Ring of Honor doing really good stuff too. So I just don't know, man. And like you said, the moderately aged Bucks, and as much as FTR is good too, man, they're getting up there in age. They're getting slower and slower, and nobody wants to see that kind of wrestling right now. So, If you do have this match, put the titles back on the Acclaim so these young guys can work young guys and have exciting, entertaining matches.
Yeah.
I got something to say about this.
Oh, please.
I mean, they are making the tag team division like a nostalgia act. That is not how it's supposed to be. That's like a tag team is like a dying art nowadays. They are disrespecting those tag teams. That is what makes wrestling. The tag teams, the solid tag teams. So that's why anyone can make a tag team. You put two single stars and just put them in a group. So it's like you just can't do that. They're not the continuity is not there. If you have a solid tag team with the same mindset, the same continuity, then that's when you have a solid tag team structure. That's what's missing. They're using the tag teams as as bathroom breaks. And you need to stop doing that. I mean, that's the foundation of what wrestling is, the tag teams. That need to be more structured in that too. So that's my thoughts on that.
I agree, Derek. You're firing on all cylinders tonight, dude. You got Marcus shaking his head. You got me going like this.
I agree.
Sean Lucas hit us with the Bucks are still the EVP, and that is what happened to it. Put the belts on FTR and have these guys cross over on other promotions. There you go. Like, yeah, I mean, why not? Here's my gripe, right? We're using Ring of Honor nowadays as the developmental. I don't care what anybody tells me otherwise. Yeah. I don't care. Ring of Honor is a great wrestling show. If you have the time on a Thursday night to watch it, or TNA, whatever. Ring of Honor is the developmental for AEW, and you've got tag teams in Ring of Honor.
Yep.
Right? Marcus said Top Flight right there. They'll appear on Collision here and there. You've got the Infantry. You've got the Outrunners down there, right? And those are just off the top of my head, and I'm sure I'm missing a few. So it's like, why not? Like, if you have the shallow feeling in the tag division, which is what we do, why are we not getting them up there, putting them on Collision, sending them to Rampage, getting them on Dynamite?
Because they're entertainers.
There
they
you
get
go.
The people going. They're hype. They're in, they give us what we want to see. You know what I mean? Like, Top Flight gives us all the moves we want to see. The Infantry they're always hyped. They're in your face. You know what I mean? They're big guys. But then, to Sean's point, it's just like, how many times are we going to have FTR try to save us from the tag team division? And
they don't.
As great as they are, and they're legends, man, at their own right. But it's just like, let these young guys cook, man. Let these guys do these things. Let them try to revive this tag team division because, like you said, Mike, Ring of Honor is full of them. They're all young. They're all hungry. They're all ready. And just let's just take the Band-Aid off, man. Take the Band-Aid off.
Absolutely.
I will say that to Derek's comment about the tag team division as being bathroom breaks, it's better bathroom breaks than the WWE's tag team division.
WWE's tag team division is also not in the good graces of myself either. Because that's a whole other topic for a whole other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like with wrestling these days, fellas. It's like, okay, you want single stories? Check. Both companies are doing it. You want women's stories? Check. Both companies are doing it. You want tag team divisions? X. Neither of them are conjoined, to anything really permanent, and we've seen a lot of flip-flopping on both sides, right?
Yeah.
It's like you either get one or the other. You either get a flourishing women's division or a flourishing tag division in AEW and WWE. It's never both.
Right.
It's a very weird situation. And I don't know if it's just a timing thing. When Harlem Heat or The Rockers were on TV, we were not going to the bathroom. Spitting facts, Sean Lucas. There you go. Those are legendary tag teams. And we're trying to do that, but we're not giving people opportunity to become legendary.
Yeah. Well,
that's
the bar.
Fellas, we're at the main event here tonight. And honestly, this was just the dick measuring contest the last 2 weeks between Swerve and Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson said, I'm going to go beat the shit out of Jeff Jarrett. Swerve said, you know what? This week, I'm going to one-up you. I'm going to beat the shit out of your boy from the Blackpool Combat Club, Wheeler Yuta. How many last calls did he get? Last shots?
Yeah, the
One,
last,
two,
yeah, like 1, 2. I'll
about
say about
solid 3 of
5,
them.
4, maybe 3 or
Four of
4.
them, and then he stopped his Doman doing the Brian Danielson stop. And guys,
Mhm.
what's going on here with Swerve, Wheeler Yuta, Brian Danielson? Whatever you want to say it. This is the time. Start off with Derek.
Oh, I would say it was very predictable, to say the least. I mean, we already know Swerve was going to win, and want to make a mockery of Wheeler Yuta. So I mean, I know he wants to do it to get a rise out of Brian, and especially doing especially Swerve doing mocking his moves. That is just that's an all it is a way is a good thing. It's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing too, because we are starting to see Swerve starting to get more heelish now. He's towing the now crossing the line to become a more of a heel type character now. So
I respect it. Marcus, what do you got for me, man?
I need to look at Wheeler Yuta's contract and see what it all says, because I feel like every time they need to try to kill somebody on TV, he's the guy.
he's that's
I just don't get it. Like,
he's the fall guy. He's wrestling's version of the fall guy.
he is, man. He's so good though. You know, he knows how to do his job. He makes things interesting. I was really iffy about it because it was just like time was coming. It was what, like 9:53, 7 minutes left. They're telling us,
Yeah, we're doing entrances.
Yeah,
we're done with commercials. I'm like, okay, so is this about to be a squash match? You know, what's about to happen? You can kind of say it was that. To Derek's point, yeah, you know, Swerve is tapping back into his heelish ways, you know, like a Joker, if you will. So it's really cool to see that. But at the same time, you know, this is not phasing Daniel Bryan. Like his partner just got literally murdered. He went on him, tapped him on his chest. Okay, I'm focused on you now, Swerve. Like this guy, he's done. So now it's just me and you. At the same time, it's just, you know, I just feel bad for Wheeler, man, because I think he's so great, and he gets these like the end of the stick so bad, and
yeah.
it just sucks. It just sucks for him because he was having some great matches with Shibata. He was doing his thing with Garcia and everything. So hopefully he'll bounce back from that. And Daniel Bryan hopefully you know, captures gold and says, "I did it for you." But
yeah, I mean, fellas, this next week, you know, that's it. Last Dynamite before we get to the dance, to the big dance, all in Wembley, is 11 days from today. You know, this match, the hype is there for me, fellas. I'm ready for it. You know, I'm more than likely already got the mortgage on it. You know, may have you know, placed the bet. I'm just kidding. Don't gamble, kids, please. Don't gamble. Don't gamble. 1-800-GAMBLER. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm putting everything I got on Brian Danielson to capture gold in AEW. Everything points to it. Marcus said it earlier. Swerve gonna get cost by Hangman. Derek said it. Swerve's tapping back into his devious ways. You know, showing that heel side. And it only means one thing, that one of the ultimate baby faces in wrestling, one of the last really true baby faces, you know, you could argue he's shown aggression, but Daniel Bryan is going to come out on top. Brian Danielson, excuse me. Oh boy. They're going to get me for that one, fellas. They're going to get me for that one. He's going to come out on top here. And I love Swerve hitting him with that finishing move on the go home here. That's a great way to end the second to last week of Dynamite. And that's a great way to end the nightcap here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Derek the Devastator from Derek's Wrestling Toys and Tees. I want to thank Marcus, the founder of Four Sides of the Ring. Fellas, tell the people what you got going on this week, next week, the rest of the week. I don't know. Tell the people what's going on. Go ahead, Derek. Tell them what's cooking.
Well, gonna have a new episode sometime this weekend. Not sure what's gonna be as of yet. I'm still in the works of it, but it's gonna be a good one. So stay tuned for that.
Let's go, baby. Founder, what's up? What's cooking?
I mean, yeah, man. You guys could find me on Four Sides of the Ring. We go live every Thursday at 8:30. So come hang out with us as we talk wrestling. We do a lot of shenanigans. My guys like to have some fun. So come hang out with us. And don't forget, if you are a wrestling podcaster or a wrestling fan, join 3 Count Trivia Season 2 Do not miss out. We are giving away 2 tag team championships, custom made. I am already in the talks with the guys doing it. 4 Sides of the Ring OTR on X if you want to DM us, or you can email us at 4sidesotr@gmail.com. I believe we're at 9 teams right now. We're trying to get up to 16. So come have some fun, come stress out, but most of all, come enjoy 3-count trivia, because you'll meet some great people like I did, mouthing off with Mike, and now hopefully Derek will come and beat Mike in the first round. No, I'm just joking. We're not going to set it up like that.
He probably will, man. Derek, listen, you guys don't know. Derek has a lot of wrestling knowledge. He's a bright mind, as well as 4 Sides of the Ring. Everybody that we work with, and listen, if you're a podcaster, you're a wrestling content creator, hit us up. I'm always down to open a collab. Come on the Nightcap, hang out with us. Go hit up 3-count trivia. Go hit up 4 Sides of the Ring for 3-count trivia. I'm struggling like Solo Sokoa does with math tonight with words. So it means that it's time for us to bid you adieu. Good night, everybody. This has been the Nightcap on Boom Broadcasting. That's Derek the Devastator. That's the founder of 4 Sides of the Ring, Marcus. I am mouthing off with Mike. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Guys.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Time to pack Jericho up.